You are watching Math with McMurdo. Here's your host, McMurdo.
Oh, you didn't know? All right, let's go over these 4 problems. Actually, more than 4, because this one's 3, and that one over there is 3. So it's actually more than 4. Audrey, how do you say this number right here? Read the whole number first. No, the whole thing up here. This part first. 36. Okay? Well, that's my whole number, which means it's not going to be behind the decimal point. Who can tell me what number's in the ones place here?
6.
6 is in the ones place. There's a decimal point behind the ones place every single time. There's a decimal point in the ones place every single time. McMurdo. Okay? So the decimal point goes behind the 6 because it's in the ones place. Emmett, you have early dismissal, so you need to go to the office. Now, this has to go out to the hundredths place. How many places behind the decimal until I get to the hundredths place? 2. I know you know that because you just glued in, or you've already glued in, a place value chart in your journal. My last digit needs to be in the hundredths place. So that would be 63. Now, this number here and this number here are pronounced the same way. You say them in words the exact same way. 36 and 63 hundredths, 36 and 63 hundredths. I don't ever say point unless I'm doing this. But it'd be 36 and 63 hundredths. Decimals and fractions are related. They are related. Let's go with Penelope. How do I say this number? 9 7/10. 9 is my whole number. It's in the ones place, which is why the decimal point's behind it. 7, the 7's in the tenths place, so 9 7/10. 9 7/10. Ethan, how do you say this number?
18 and 200.
18 and 200. This is my whole number. 18 is my whole number, which means it's in front of the decimal point. Ethan, how many places behind the decimal point till I get to the hundredths?
3, 2.
2. Tenths, hundredths. My last digit needs to be in the hundredths place. And how many hundredths do I have? I have 2. So the 2 has to be in the hundredths place. And we can't just leave nothing in the tenths place. That just looks all cattywampus. So that says 18 and 200. Writing these in word form is easy if you just read them how they're written. The next one we have, what is the product of 3,230 and 6? Well, I told you, I reminded you because I know you all knew it. The product is the answer to a multiplication problem. And we all know, before we do the problem like this, you have written an estimate on your paper and explained to me how you got the estimate on your paper. So I'm going to call on somebody. They're going to tell me what their estimate was that they put on their paper, and they're going to tell me how they got the estimate on their paper. So let's go. How did you get your estimate? You did an estimate? sad. Tears running down my face. Especially since today's agenda that you wrote down, I can use estimation to solve problems. You didn't estimate either, you just solved it. After I told you. If I were estimating, because I just want to get a general direction or general idea, I might do 3,000 times 6, which is going to give me 18,000. So your answer should be somewhere generally near 18,000. Somewhere generally near 18,000. Do not forget to estimate. That would have saved about half of you from missing that multiplication problem last week. That thought 39 times 75 was 255. Thought that was a reasonable answer, but if you estimated, you'd be like, that's cray-cray, can't be, duh. All right, so we'll use the standard algorithm for this. Now multiplication is super easy because you're only multiplying one digit at a time. If you know your 2s and 3s, then this problem's easy peasy raw chicken squeezy. If you don't know your 2s and 3s, then we need to be practicing on that. So 6 times 0 is?
0.
6 times 3?
18.
So I have 18 tens, or 108 tens. 6 times 2 is? 12. So I have 12 hundreds. Or I have 13 hundreds, because I have to add one more up there. 13 hundreds. I don't want to have 13 hundreds. So I have 3 hundreds and 1,000. 6 times 3 is? 18. I have 18 thousands. Or 1 10,000. Oh, yeah, 19. Or 1 10,000 and 9 thousands. So my answer should be 19,380. Now I saw some people dividing, which is smart, because you could check your work by doing the inverse operation and dividing this. So those dividing people, awesome sauce. Awesome sauce.
This has been Math with McMurtle. Bye-bye.